The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on Tom's Radio Toronto are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of Tom's Radio Toronto or its staff. These broadcasts are presented and made public as entertainment and general information only, in the hope that they will be entertaining and informative to listeners. They are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or mitigate in any way any disease or condition, or to promote any specific lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice, nor is the information presented necessarily accurate or verifiable.
Hi, good afternoon. So we're back again, Deb. And this is Deb Borchman, and we have guest Alan Algie. So this is kind of like a short comedy live.
Yeah.
And this is, of course, the host, Deb Borchman, and you're hosting too, right, Ian?
Well, I'm the color commentator. I don't know. I'm the sidekick.
Oh yeah. So you can be whatever you want to be, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So Deb, do you want to start? Like, what are we talking about today? We're gonna do comedy on live on Tom's Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us some jokes, since this is comedy, and Ian here is a comedian too, right?
Yes, I'm a stand-up and clown comedian. Not so much of a it's not really stand-up. I'm more of a sketch and improv and clown type comedian. But I am dabbling in stand-up comedy with Deborah's Club, so expanding my horizons.
Yeah.
My club is called Deb's Comedy Den, and it was named by Ronnie Edwards. He's a comedian in Jamaican comedian and Jamaican born, and he was at my club last night.
Wow. So how was the show last night?
Oh, the show was really good.
Oh yeah, you get a lot of people came, right?
Yeah, but
and Ian, were you there too?
We have a zip line, and
yeah, I saw that. Someone was that on your Facebook? I think there's a zip line to go to the stage, right?
Yeah, you can
from
make
the
an
other side,
from the back corner, and you come zipping right onto the stage.
Wow, that's amazing.
That was the plan, but.
Oh, so actually, as a comedian, before you go on, you use the zip line to go to the stage? Oh, it's just for you. Well, of course, right?
I guess if another comedian wanted to, they could do it, but most stand-up comedians tend to take the traditional entrance by walking.
Because I'm the host, it should be for me.
Yeah.
Spider Deb.
Yeah. Well, it's her place, right? So it has to be hers, right? Yeah, you know, whatever you want with it, right? Yeah.
But I went from a ladder, and usually I go from the fourth rung, but I went right up to the top of the ladder, and I took a flying leap, and I went a few feet, and then the whole thing crashed. So
Any stunts lately, Deb?
That's the biggest
The
stunt.
spider Deb? Yeah. Any stunts lately? I saw the Ian in BC, right? The bungee jumping for her birthday.
That wasn't BC.
Oh, that wasn't
Quebec.
BC? Oh, it was in Quebec. Right. Because you were in Montreal that time. I thought it was BC. Yeah. I don't get the feeling it was BC. Yeah, that was amazing. But at least that was safe, right? You have the harness and everything. Yeah. So you were there last night too at Comedy Den, right?
Yeah, I was there last night at the Comedy Den, and so was Ronnie Edwards. He was there. He was the headliner, and it was a small and very interactive crowd. So it was an unusual show because there's a lot of participation with the audience. Even though we didn't do a lot of improvisation, but the audience was very talkative.
Yeah, there was one couple who comes all the time, and they love comedy.
Oh,
Sandra and Isaac, and it was their 40th anniversary. So
that's nice.
Yeah,
that's good because with comedy, you had to have the contacts with the audience, right? So constant communication, and that's good.
Yes, hopefully it's a
interaction.
Yeah, the interaction is positive, but they weren't really heckling. It was just like it became like a large conversation. But of course, we had a limit of the number of people we could have, so it became very. Almost like a family dinner conversation.
There was a family.
And my ex-husband's cousin was there, so that was really nice because they asked me to tell some family stories, when I was married, and about his parents, and also I got to do some jokes about my ex-husband.
Oh my goodness! I'm sure that was fun. So that's good. So you were there to witness that, eh?
I did a joke. My ex-husband said I was like a board in bed, but he didn't have any trouble nailing me.
DJ Owen is laughing, you know. That's good.
And I said, I living with him, I wanted to jump off a bridge, but he wanted to push me, but I jumped instead. And then I landed on a big trampoline, and I was back in the house, and he had to pay the ambulance bill.
How much is that at that time? Like $45, right? And before, and how much is it now? It's like 65.
I think it's
Yeah.
125.
125 now. Yeah, that was a long time ago. And you said I think around 30 years ago, and it's $45 for ambulance. Yeah, or the fire department.
I'm
yeah.
very, I can happily say I have no idea how much it costs because I've never taken an ambulance in Canada.
That's good. So
Good
you just
for
walk
you.
you just walk the hospital.
I did. I during this whole COVID thing, I was having a bit of a heart thing, and I was wondering, and I ended up walking to the Toronto Western Hospital.
Oh yeah, yeah. How did that end up? I hope you're okay.
They checked me out and said everything's fine. It was
that's good.
extremely, and then they set me up with a cardiac guy just to do some controlling. I have some history of heart problems in my family, so I have to stay careful.
That's good. Like you have to follow like a proper diet.
Well, yeah, they checked. They did all the stress tests and all the different controls and everything, and they said I'm, in the pre heart trouble phase. So I'm taking, like a baby aspirin a day now, and yeah, got to watch my diet and set up an exercise, regime and all that stuff. So
I see.
All the fun stuff.
yeah,
All the fun stuff.
Getting old.
Well, at least we're getting old, right? Meaning we're still alive, and we're going
right.
there, we're still alive. That's why we're getting old. So Deb, what else was happening yesterday at the Comedy Den in Gravenhurst?
Oh, well, we had Patrick was on stage.
Oh, Patrick was on
and,
stage, yeah.
And he fell down on the stage.
Was it a stunt or
Yeah.
by accident?
It was part of his act.
Part of his act, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. He said because he had the vaccine, so he was feeling a little weird, so he fell down.
Oh, I see. Yeah, talking about vaccine, I had my second dose yesterday. The doctor actually did it, and I felt it going in and out. But they said, I think the second dose they actually really like, put the needle all the way down. You know, yeah, because it's the booster, right? Because the first one I didn't felt it. I didn't even realize it was done. It was like I asked, I don't know, but as a doctor or a nurse, I think a nurse. Yeah, and this time I was a doctor, and it hurts.
Really?
Yeah, I was like feeling like kind of a little like tired and sleepy, and after that, but I'm okay actually. I didn't get fever or anything like that. Some people did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they did mine, the second one, it was by appointment. And they said I could get the AstraZeneca, which was I had the first one, or I could wait and get another one, another type, the Pfizer, the Moderna. But I
Right.
thought, bird in the hand worth two in the bush. So I just, they already had the appointment set up for weeks. So I went in, and they said one thing about the appointment is it means they know you're coming, and they take the vaccine out of the fridge because they say if they inject it when it's cold, that's when it hurts more.
Oh,
So that
so
might have
maybe
been
mine
why.
was cold.
Yeah, it was fresh.
But no, it was more like the needle. Actually, I felt that it was going in
needle, okay.
and real deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really felt it. I was surprised because I was expecting it was just like the first one. Like I didn't even felt it. But this time I felt it. I was like, I was not happy about that. Yeah. But, well, at least I didn't get the side effects like a few of my friends did. Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah.
So get it over it. So did you get Pfizer or Moderna?
I got the AstraZeneca.
Oh, the AstraZeneca.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
I-
I got Pfizer, and on the line actually it said, somebody wants, if you want Moderna, so you can go straight ahead. So I think there was Moderna and Pfizer, but Pfizer is the best, right? Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. They're all the same to me. But I still went for Pfizer. Yeah.
I got my first shot because I was near a bridge, and I was coming on your show, and you said I was a daredevil, so I was playing with jumping off, and then I was that's really high, and then I saw this. They said shots, and I thought, maybe that'll calm me down. Get a Moderna shot.
So you really did get a shot?
But a friend of mine who was against the jab,
yeah.
he said he'd rather jump off the bridge. Some people are very much against it.
I know a lot of people do, but it's funny. The doctor asked me, "Do you have any questions before we do it?" And I said, he said, am I gonna die in 5 years? Oh, it was a joke, right? Of course, I said, and she said, well, you get a better chance of dying soon if you don't take it. That's what she said, yeah. And I was just laughing. It was a joke, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I think a lot of people actually, I think last week were like 50% are vaccinated, fully vaccinated in Ontario alone, yeah. Yeah, so which is good, yeah.
Yeah, like they've had both.
Yeah.
Which was faster than they were programming, which is good news.
Yeah.
So
tell us about more jokes, Deb. So this is your
I
show.
was,
Yeah.
hanging out with somebody, and I was like socially pressured not to take it, and I didn't want to tell him. It's like
Yeah, because the last time I spoke to you
if you're in
about
a
it-
relationship and one wants it and the other one doesn't, and you're like really embarrassed, it's caused a lot. I think most of this has caused a lot of social anxiety.
Yeah, I still like a lot of people don't want to take it, but since I know a lot of my close friend and even family that had it, and it really got to them, and that's why I said I gotta get mine as soon as possible, and which is I did. Yeah. As soon as I was eligible to do it, and there was like in Downsview, it was a pop-up clinic. I went there right away. I just did it done and be done with it. Better be safe than sorry, right? Yeah. So you can do more stunts, right, Ian?
Yeah,
Yeah, more
exactly.
stunts and comedy, Because if you're not around
Since I
anymore,
was
you
here
can't do-
last, I did one at a place called The Agency because I'm thinking of doing an agency again.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that. Yeah.
And I came down the fire escape pole, and there was nowhere to put my second foot, but I managed to get around, and then I jumped off like a Spider Woman. And now I think I should have an agency, but maybe just for me.
That is something you have to really think about. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it really worth it? Are you gonna make money for it? Because if you're just gonna
No, I
lose
never
money-
made money before, but I got a lot of, trickle from other things, like.
Yeah, because to me,
I
having
had to go to Vancouver, so I had some inheritance money, and I ended up buying some properties in Vancouver. So I've made a lot of money like that through the agency, but through
not through the agency, not through talents, not through your talents. Yeah.
just by networking, different ideas.
Oh, I see. Well, that's good. At least you made money, right? It doesn't matter how you did it, but you did it through the agency.
Since I announced that I was going to have the agency, I've met a lot more comedians because they're writing to me and asking sending me their videos, which is all very good for me because you have to know what's out there. And I also did some jokes about the agency, on stage. And one of them is, in Canada, you get paid in old Canadian Tire money. That's like
They still have it, the Canadian Tire money. I think they still
don't
do,
know.
right? Yeah. Well, I haven't been to Canadian Tire lately
think
because
they
of
still
yeah,
pandemic.
they
have
do. They
something
do. Every
similar.
time you
They do,
go
right?
out, go shopping there, they try to, pass you some money.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
most of the time I don't bring it with me, so it's like you can't use it, right?
Yeah.
Because usually you just put it in your pocket or whatever, your bag. So, yeah. So what else, Deb? Tell us about
It is
any.
nice to look at venues again and see, which ones are open and if they're going to have comedians or, Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're thinking about opening maybe like here downtown?
Oh, in one of my condos that's empty.
Oh, like in King Street West,
Richmond Street. Yeah.
Richmond Street. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's big. I've been to that one. Yeah. I like that one actually, right? In Spadina and Queen.
Yeah.
That one's nice. Yeah, that's a nice place. Yeah, because it's the living room is quite big compared to the other ones,
Yeah.
right? And and
Lot of
the
light.
rooms, yeah,
Yeah.
the rooms are nice too. But of course, can't go wrong with a residence hotel, right? I'm sure the bar will open soon,
that's
right?
One King West.
Oh, yeah, the One King West.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You can't go wrong with like having a bar at the lobby. So okay, I'll just meet you at the lobby
right,
and have
yeah.
some drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
And everything is there.
That's
and it's
where
the king.
your big Hollywood producers can stay, or the
You did mention
performers.
in Adelaide, right? Some producer stayed there before, or was it in King?
Oh yeah, Richmond Street.
Oh, in Richmond Street. Yeah,
Yeah.
she did mention.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, producer
Yeah,
stayed
he's
there.
from New York, Ethan Lazar.
Yeah. So how long did
And
he
he
stay
worked
there?
on that movie with Christopher Walken called Percy. It's just come out. Yeah, he's worked on many, many movies.
I see. So he's quite a famous producer. Yeah.
Yes, he is. But now they just don't have one producer on movies. They have like 35 or something like that. I don't know why, but they changed the whole system. They used to have, a producer, an executive producer, but now they have like 35 producers. He said that he hates working with the actors because they're very demanding.
Oh, okay. We'll take a few minutes break and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. And Deb, Ian. So we're talking about, any jokes from you?
From me, well, I
Or
always-
any stories you want to share? Experience,
Any stories? Well,
Yeah.
I've been living in Italy for
Yeah,
a
yeah,
long
yeah.
time.
I thought actually you are Italian. I didn't realize you're from
No,
here,
I'm
actually.
born and raised in Canada, but then.
But your name is Italian, isn't it?
My family name is Algie, which is Scottish, but before 500 years ago it was Algeo, and it got changed to Algie,
I
got
see.
anglicized
Oh, yeah?
to Algie, and this was like I guess maybe 3 centuries in Scotland near Paisley, and then slowly there was a emigration both to Canada, to the United States, to New Zealand, Australia as well, and to Ireland. So there's.
How long did you live in Italy?
Well, I lived about 22 years in Italy. I still have my kids and my family over there. I'll be going back sometime this summer, and because I set up a theater school there, an improvisation school there.
So you're also a resident there?
Yeah, I have Canadian and Italian citizenship.
Oh, you have
So,
both
dual.
dual citizenship. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Ian and I used to be a couple, and it was me who got him into Europe.
that's
Oh,
right.
really?
Yeah, I went. It was through her children's theater company. She applied for a grant for me to go and study in Paris.
No, I applied to Air Canada, and they gave grants for artists.
Yeah, to
Oh, really?
travel.
Oh,
To travel.
I see.
So I got a free
To travel,
flight.
also like go to school there?
Yeah,
or
I
something?
took a free plane flight to Paris to study with a famous clown and a physical theater teacher. And
So we went simultaneously. I went first, and then I came back, and
Yeah.
then my family owned a hotel there. So
In Italy.
no, in Paris.
Oh, in Paris, right, yeah. You do have an aunt there, right? She
Oh, well,
died
I
now,
had
she passed
I have
away.
just right now one aunt left, but
Yeah.
then I had a big family, and I have all my cousins still, and so one of my aunts and uncles owned a hotel, so Ian and I stayed there, and then Ian found a place to live in a suburb, and outside Paris, called Madone.
in Moudon, it was a tiny little, like a one-room bachelor, and we had a shared shower. And that is a very suburban place. It's like a park, and there was like 5 buildings, and I was in the ground floor building.
But yeah,
And,
what year was this?
This would be in, let me think, 91. And,
Yeah.
one time, I'm very bad with keys and things like that. So one time I went out to have a shower in the, it was like a shared shower. And then I realized I came back, I just had my towel on. And I realized I was locked out of my apartment.
Oh, shit.
So I had to cross through the park where all these, these condominium type or, apartment buildings were to find the custodian.
To get the keys.
To get the keys.
To get in.
To let me in. So I'm walking
With your
around-
towel. Walking around with just a towel.
Just a towel. And it was a very small
Well,
towel.
at least you have a towel. Right?
Yeah,
You could have been walking naked. Right?
Yeah. So you have to
Oh,
pretend
so
it's
that's the
a
story how you
protest or
get to-
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he left to go back to Toronto. He was running my theater company for children, and then I stayed on in the apartments. That was cool.
That's right. Stay
Yeah,
on.
yeah, you did mention about children's shows, right? Before
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
into this, yeah.
Yeah, I did that for like 20 years.
Wow, a long time, eh?
Yes,
Yeah.
I went to the Ralph Thornton Center to see if they'd be interested. I just moved into the neighborhood and to see if they were interested in having theater workshops or something. And they pointed to a corner and said, "Go and talk to that woman over there." I did, and she said, "Great." And I said, "Maybe we should do some promotion in the classes." So she went with me, and we played an improv game where I stand behind her, and I'm her arms. She hides her arms, and I pretend to be her arms. No, she was pretending to be my arms, and I was talking, saying, "Hey, kids, if you want to come to do some improvisation games like this one we're doing now." And I couldn't believe she was so happy to say, "Yeah, I'll do it." No questions asked.
Oh, yeah, so that's how it started?
Yeah, that's how it started.
Yeah. She was very spontaneous, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. She get into something, that's it, you know?
Yes, I realized she was a very special spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Deb is also a really good person, right? She helped
yes,
a lot of people, a lot of
absolutely.
comedians, right? Yeah.
She's a one-woman arts foundation, comedy arts
Yeah.
foundation.
Yeah. Yeah, I did tell her one day that I think the business is like you're supposed to make money, not lose money. Remember I told you that? Yeah.
Yeah, I do some jokes about that. I say that because I invested in a lot of businesses,
Right.
and I invested in a soap company so that I keep my jokes clean. But it didn't really work.
That's funny. How's the store, the gas station doing?
Oh well, it's doing. It's like it's got a life of its own because it was there for so many years. So you buy a business like that. It's just you get a clientele inbuilt. So we have people coming in. I'd say, Ian, like every 2 minutes.
That's good.
It's nonstop.
Yeah,
yeah.
on this last weekend, it was very consistent.
Yeah, mainly in the summer. That's when you make
Yeah.
your money.
Oh, yeah.
But the gas prices have gone up tremendously.
back.
So they're 35,000 for 35,000 liters. So it's very, very expensive to have some gas.
Yeah,
To buy some gas.
that's right. It's like it's
But when we do the comedy, I say, I'm hot air myself. A lot of gas, a lot of gassy ideas. And, we still might do a show like Corner Gas. You never know.
there's
Debs.
Corner Gas, like,
Corner gas?
yeah.
So what's the name of
today,
the-
like yesterday, we have all these nice episodes that come in. Like, a guy came in and he said, how are you? He really looked at me in the eyes, and I was like, oh, I'm okay. And then he was like, he said he's from Whitby, and I had a boyfriend from Whitby, so I mentioned that guy punched me in the eye, and he goes, yeah, we're all trouble from Whitby. And I said, he was from a very good family, and he goes, too good a family. So you're always getting like different characters come in and talk.
And also our neighbors, right? Our neighbors actually came. The next door neighbors came to the gas station.
Which next door neighbors?
You told me.
From
Yeah.
where we live.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
one, right? Yeah.
Because
They came to the
Ian
store.
lives in my basement, so Yeah, they came by. I didn't recognize. I don't recognize a lot of people now with the masks.
True, yeah. I was doing field interview downstairs in one of the stores in the bakery actually, and this guy just kept touching my neck, doing like this, and it's like, yeah, and it's like, and I felt like this guy really knows me, but I couldn't recognize him because he got so skinny and he was wearing a mask. And finally, it's like, I think this guy really knows me. So I lowered down the mask. I, do I know you? So I lowered down the mask, and then sure enough, he's a friend of mine. I just couldn't recognize him because he was so skinny. Yeah. He wasn't skinny back then, and he was wearing a mask.
It's hard to believe how 5 years ago, if I was working in a gas station late at night, and someone came in wearing a mask, I'd be terrified.
Yeah,
and now,
right.
if they come in and they're not wearing
it's
a mask,
trend.
I'm
yeah.
terrified.
Right. You can't get in, right? It's true. You're still terrified, but in a good way, right?
Well, I'm happy they're wearing a mask.
Yeah. Yeah, like one guy actually, I was online to buy barbecue downstairs, right? And this guy, he's Filipino actually. Everybody's wearing a mask, and he wasn't wearing, his mask was like down here. So he pulled it down. And he was right online, and he ordered his barbecue, and his face like is right there, and he wasn't wearing a mask. So I spoke to him. He didn't get mad at me, but it's like, do you mind wearing a mask? Because everybody's wearing a mask, right? Because it's for your safety too. It's not only for us, because you don't know what we have, and we don't know what you have. It's like mandatory. And I also told people that work there, they're young kids, young adults, and I told them that you have the right to say that you should wear your mask. It's your protection. It's your right, right? It's your right. Yeah, you have the right to refuse service if you're not wearing a mask. We can't let them in. If you don't wear a mask. It's mandatory. Yeah, so don't be shy to tell them to wear their mask. First of all, the mask is there. All you do is to raise it up. It's right here. Lower it down. Yeah. So that's a scary thing, right? I mean, we had to wear a mask. I don't know for how long.
I get to the point where I forget that I have it on.
True, and then you start eating?
The other night, I walked on stage and started to talk to the audience. Then someone said, "Take your mask off." I forgot that I had
it's
it
funny.
on.
A friend of mine actually, we were at the get together, right? And I started eating spaghetti, and they were wearing a mask. So I was like, "Hey, take out your mask!" Oh yeah. So the spaghetti sauce was right in the, the mask, right? Oh my God! So I forgot. I'm so used to it that you forgot you have it on.
I say my jokes sound a lot better with a mask over my face.
I used to tell a friend of mine, said, see, I look good with a mask on. Yeah.
That's one thing I knew when they first started saying to wear masks. I thought, you watch, within 2 months, there's going to be, Gucci or, Versace's going to make their, $50 mask, because people are going to have to.
They do have it, but
to show they're in.
But Ian, they do have it, but it's knock off. They have Gucci, they have Versace, they have Chanel, but it's not original. It's knock off.
Oh, now they have knockoff.
Yeah, knockoff, but really nicely made. Like you can't even tell it's knock off. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And you go into the store, you're going for a fitting, you have this mask.
It's $10. It's only $10, but you can't even tell it's not real. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. It's nice, yeah.
Well, you could just paint a mask over your face.
Yeah, right. But they're not still going to let you in. Yeah. Still not going to let you in, right? Yeah.
Well, they said in Vancouver they're not wearing masks now.
In the U.S., they're not wearing masks and everything's open. Especially in New York. Well, they got their vaccination right away. They have it rolled out. Because with the new president, also they make the vaccine, right? It's not like Canada. There's a lot of tests here because we have the healthcare, right?
Right.
So you do a lot of tests before they implement, things and stuff like that.
Right.
So, and also, the vaccine also came kind of like late. And it was delayed also. But now, they're here. There's a lot of like pop-up clinics now, or like even like arenas and community centers.
I thought they should have have a series of concerts, very small concerts in parks in Toronto, to for people who are non-vaccinated to come into the concert and get vaccinated, and then also support
That's-
small local
right.
bands that they can perform.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. How come nobody thought about that? Yeah,
Well,
that's a good idea.
I'm now depositing this idea, Mr. Ford or whoever, what's his? I can't remember
Trudeau?
the name.
The mayor,
of
Tory.
Toronto.
Tory, yeah,
Mr.
Jen Tory, yeah.
Here's an idea for you, okay?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that makes sense, Yeah. That is something that they should think about if somebody tell them about it.
Yeah, I mean, bands and musicians and all performers have suffered so greatly during this whole last 18 months. It's just, it's horrible. So if they could try to incentivize, vaccinations while at the same time offering some work for, young musicians, it'd be good.
Yeah, any last words, guys? Any last words, Deb? You want to say hi to anybody out there? Friends, family? Ian? Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I like to say hi to Bob Kirk if he's out there. He's my he's not my current, and then ex-improv partner that we worked with together in the Out of the Way Players over 35 years ago, and who has a cottage near Deb's Comedy Den and Antibella's gas station there. So we were together last night and last week.
Oh, they were
as
at the
well.
comedy last
Yeah.
night. Oh, that's nice.
So
yeah,
we're-
hi.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah, hi,
Hi,
Bob.
Bob.
Yeah, and Deb, anybody?
Bob.
Anybody?
Oh,
You want to say hi to? Yeah.
I'd like to say hi to Susan Aram.
Oh, hi, Susan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Susan, she didn't come yet, right? She didn't come. Last year she was here, right? Susan,
Yeah,
your
she
friend
was here
Susan,
for her
yeah.
birthday.
All right, but
Yeah.
she didn't come this year?
No, I was supposed to be
I
there
see.
this weekend. I was. She has a friend who goes skydiving and takes people, so I was going to do that.
Oh, again. Yeah,
I've never done
I don't know. I'm
skydiving.
gonna do that. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's all with the time that we have, and yeah, thanks for watching. And this is kind of like just get together, see if Deb's comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ian, and thanks, Deb. And
Oh,
this
thank
is
you,
Ian.
Ian.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And
Owen.
bye. Thanks, Owen. DJ Owen. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.